By 1950, Jimmy Stewart had already gone to Washington, worked in a shop around the corner, and lived a wonderful life. But that year, his career took a noticeable turn toward the Wild West. Our next picture has Stewart playing real-life Army Scout Tom Jeffords as he tries to negotiate peace between the U.S. Army and a local Apache tribe. And you can watch it for free on the new free streaming service, Momitu. From 1950, this is Broken Arrow, directed by Delmer Daves. I'm Harry Marks. You can find me on TikTok at Lobby Intros as the host of the classic film history channel Let's All Go to the Lobby. Broken Arrow is a revisionist Western, meaning the lines between good and evil are not so black and white the way they were in more traditional Westerns of the 30s and 40s. There's a lot of gray area between the protagonist and the perceived enemy. In the past, the Apache in this film would have been painted in a much more negative light. Words like savage or uncivilized might have been used to describe them. But Broken Arrow changed all that, and did so at a time when the Hays Code was still the law of the land in Hollywood. It was one of the first Westerns to illustrate the complex emotions Native Americans faced as they first encountered white settlers on their land, and its compassionate approach has been lauded by critics, scholars, and audiences ever since. But not everything about Broken Arrow is viewed in such a positive light. Hollywood has come a long way in almost 75 years, but back then, the casting process was a lot different. Many Native American roles were played by non-Indigenous actors, and this film was no different. For example, Cochise, the Apache leader, was played by Jewish-born actor Jeff Chandler, while the young girl Sansire was played by white actress Deborah Paget. However, Geronimo was played by a Mohawk actor from Canada named Jay Silverheels. You might know him better as the Lone Ranger's trusty companion Tonto, from the Lone Ranger television series that ran from 1949 to 1957. There were other issues too, like the stark age difference between Jimmy Stewart and his love interest, Paget. She was only 15 at the time of filming, marking a 26-year gap between the two actors. And this wouldn't be the last time such a thing would happen to Stewart on screen. He was 21 years older than Grace Kelly in 1954's Rear Window, and he was 25 years older than Kim Novak in 1958's Vertigo, both Hitchcock films. Still, despite its problems, Broken Arrow is highly regarded for its humane portrayal of Native Americans, and for helping to usher in the era of the revisionist Western. It would be followed by other notable films in the genre, like 1952's High Noon, starring Gary Cooper, and 1957's 3:10 to Yuma, also directed by Delmer Daves. And so here it is, starring James Stewart, Jeff Chandler, and Deborah Paget, from director Delmer Daves. This is 1950's Broken Arrow, now playing for free on Momitu.